Guys, this is just, I'm so attractive right now, looking like this. I feel like I'm Pippi Longstocking. But you know what? Regardless of this, these heatless curls work. So here you go. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a hair tutorial that basically creates these bomb looking heatless curls. I hope you can see that, guys. But basically these curls, they're overnight heatless curls. They are awesome at saving your hair from damage and they just look great. They literally look as though you took a curling wand and curled it, and in fact you didn't damage your hair at all and you just let it dry overnight with my method I'm gonna share with you. All you need, and this is the best part, are 2 socks and 2 elastics, and you can get started with this tutorial. Hey guys, so before I get into the tutorial, I wanted to give you a little bit of background on my hair journey and how damaged it was and what these overnight heatless curls did for me. Okay, so story time, journeying back in time to many years ago when I was about 12, 13. I had never used any heat on my hair. So I didn't own a straightener, didn't own a curling iron, and I had never done any damage to my hair, never dyed it, nothing. I had not a singular, not one, not a single split end, not at all. And you know, like a natural human, like a natural girl or woman or whatever, I wanted my hair that's naturally frizzy and curly to be smooth and luscious and soft and be able to, like, you know, like have model-like hair. Basically, I have the same hair goals now as I did when I was like 13. And so at the time, I just was like, okay, I got my first Chi hair straightener. I thought it was the bomb. I straightened my hair every single day. And then fast forward a few years, I went from having super long, luscious, thick, curly hair to having way thinner, but completely dead hair. So it wasn't completely dead, like my hair was quite long still, like maybe till here, but from here to here was just full of split ends on every single piece of hair. So what it was like when it was at its worst was basically like, when I was a kid, I used to play this game outside with like weeds. And it's basically where you take a weed, this specific type of weed, you pull it, and you have to guess whether the result of like putting your fingers together on this weed and pulling up is going to result in either a really long bush or a short bush. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, you either did not live your childhood or you were just cooler than I was when I was a child. And fun fact, I taught my husband how to play this game when we were in Croatia on our honeymoon this last summer, and that entertained us for a solid 5 minutes. So there you go, try it out yourself, folks. Anyway, it was so bad that my hair reminded me of that game, because if you took my hair and you put your fingers together and you went down like the chunk of hair and you looked at your fingers after, there would be like little bits of hair just broken off, kind of like a shrub. So it was bad, and I really wanted to find some sort of middle ground where I didn't have to damage my hair, but I could still have really nice looking, soft, elegant hair. So I have tried pretty much every single type of heatless curl. I've tried the twisted buns, I've tried rope braids, I've tried curlers, I've tried like the long curler thing that you wrap your hair around. I've tried the headband method, I've tried everything. And I basically was so desperate to find a way to make my hair look nice but not damage it. And I came up with this method and it just saved my hair. Heatless curls are awesome, if I do say so myself, even though I'm 150% biased. You can just trust me, because it's not just me who did it day in, day out. It's also my sister who did it, my cousin who did it, and tons of my subscribers who have tried it out and given me feedback that it works as well. So I just want to create this video and kind of share this method with more people, help more people with their hair if they're experiencing damage, and hopefully help people have, you know, that type of hair goals that I always want as well. So on to the tutorial. Okay, so my hair It is about 5 p.m. and it's a Sunday, so I'm not going out anymore, even though, you know, as you can see, I did my makeup to film this video because I have actually a blemish right here, and it's just, I just don't want it to haunt me for the rest of my life, so there's that. Anyway, so it's about 5 p.m. Took a shower, my hair is wet. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to brush my hair out and put my products in. If you guys want to know what I have used in my hair, just for fun, I don't use anything super fancy. I'm not a hair guru, truthfully. So I use Head & Shoulders Green Apple shampoo, and then I use the John Frieda Forever Smooth shampoo and conditioner. I leave the Forever Smooth shampoo and conditioner in my hair for quite a while, and it actually helps my hair be forever smooth. And then the next thing I do is I'm going to put some products that kind of moisturize my hair. And the first thing is a little bit of coconut oil. Guys, this coconut oil I bought, I think, in 2015, and it's still going, and it's probably super expired, but I still use it and it still works. So not very much of this stuff. And I want to warm it up because this isn't liquefied, because it's not super hot, because it's the winter in Canada. And then I'm just going to put this into the ends of my hair. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in a few kind of like leave-in conditioner type products. The first one's called Beyond the Zone Smooth Criminal. I'll also leave this down below. I like this a lot. It makes my hair feel really nice. It is loaded with silicones. For people who might be wondering, I don't care. It works in my hair and I like it. So I just apply kind of like a liberal amount all over my hair, and then I'll do the same on this side. And then the next thing I use is also by John Frieda, also frizzy, similar like my shampoo and conditioner, but this is called Daily Nourishment Leave-In Conditioner. Again, I just like the way this makes my hair feel, and I applied similar amount as the previous product, kind of all over my hair. So the next thing you're gonna do is part your hair. So for me, I have a really far side part. If you have a center part, you would just grab your hair in 2 sections and pull it to either side. But for me, I actually need to go from this side where my part is, pull all the way over, and take a chunk of hair from the other side to pull over to the side with less hair. This is an obvious reason why, because if I were to pull it right where my part is, there wouldn't be enough hair on this side and the curls wouldn't turn out right. Truthfully, I'm using this brush because like there's no hair caught in it, but I actually use a different brush day to day, which is kind of gross right now, guys, sorry. I've been using this brush forever, and it actually is the bomb because it doesn't hurt me. I can brush out knots so quick, and there, my hair is smooth. So maybe I should have just used this instead of like trying to keep up an appearance that I'm, you know, neater than I am. Okay, so it's all smooth, and what I'm gonna do now is I'm just going to take one side of my hair, make sure it is like ever smooth, no knots, no bumps, nothing. I hope you can see this. I know I have black hair, so it can be kind of tricky. But basically you're going to just grab the hair, make sure again, no knots, pull it out, no knots here, no knots here. And you're gonna just basically start twisting really tight away from your face. You're just twisting and pulling through with your hand. Twisting and pulling through with your hand. And I just basically am doing this to make sure that the hair is wrapping in on itself, but is not getting knotted, because that's gonna influence the shape of the curl. And then when you start to get a little bit lower on your hair, while you kind of are combing through it with your hand, you're gonna start twisting it. And that's gonna help just the shape of the twist form at the bottom. And then as you can see, it's kind of like already forming a bit of a ringlet. And that is exactly what you want. So you can kind of bump it up like this. Basically it's a ringlet, it's looking good. Next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna grab a sock. This is the sock I'm using for tutorial purposes. This is not the type of sock I would use in my day-to-day life because this is a really thick sock and that's gonna make the part of the hair that the sock goes over take much longer to dry. So you're not gonna want to use this kind of sock. This is the only vibrant sock I had. So basically what you're gonna do is you're going to keep your hair twisted tight and at the very top, you're going to wrap the sock around. Throw it over and I'm holding it down with my thumb while I pull to make it taut, really tight wrap. So the type of sock I would normally want is a relatively thin but normal length sock, like not an ankle sock, but a long sock. However, just relatively thin, like a cheap one. And then I'm gonna take an elastic. I'm gonna hold it down with these two fingers and retwist it into the sock so it really feels tight. Next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take the elastic right in the middle of the sock and tie it around until it is tight. So for me, that's just 2, but if the elastic is more stretched, you would do it as many times until it's tight. And then you're again gonna do what I did right before I tied the elastic and kind of twist the hair into the sock again. So as you can see, a really super tight, goofy looking sock twist. Now I'm gonna do the exact same thing on the other side. So make sure there are no knots. Twisty, twisty away from your face in the opposite direction this time. And voila. So this is how you're going to go to sleep. Basically, you just want to try and not sleep on them directly because it'll smush them, like it'll just flatten them out. If that does happen to you in the morning and you notice that it's like a little bit smushed, you can just wet it a little bit with water, the section that is smushed, and just kind of like retwist it for a minute or two until it dries. The curl will reform kind of perfectly. Okay guys, so I'm going to carry on with my night. I'm gonna go make dinner and then I'm gonna go to sleep and then I will see you in the morning to show you how this turns out. Okay, have a good night. Good morning. I just want to highlight that if I didn't have so many hours before going to sleep last night, when I woke up this morning with this thick of a sock, the portion of my hair underneath the sock would not be dry. But because I had so many hours, it had more time to dry. If I woke up and it wasn't dry, I would just pop these off and let them air dry a little bit as is, just without the sock on, and that would help tremendously. Or I would just blow dry just that area on cool with your blow dryer, so no heat. And again, that would just help that area dry. But I had enough time, so I'm good. So, this is kind of how it comes. Sometimes the edges don't look this good, especially with the overnight. So, in full transparency, this section here, if it doesn't look good, which I can't really tell right now, but if it doesn't look good, or right in here, I will just go in with the hair straightener, just right in here, because sometimes it'll get like very curly and I can't really do anything about it. But I'm so excited to show you what this is gonna look like. What do you guys think? Isn't this good? Are these curls pretty? And what's also nice is that like all the curls are actually like have waves and stuff at the exact same point across. So it really does look like you took a straightening iron and curled it with that, or you took a curling iron or something like that. Whoop! Same thing happening here. Some nice curl formation. How's this looking to everyone? Tell me, is this not the prettiest heatless curl you've ever seen? Like, if you've been searching on YouTube, like I did, for all sorts of heatless curls tutorials, you know they end up turning out kinky, they don't look very good, they don't work on certain types of hair. So I really encourage you to try this, because if it works, like, the curls look really pretty. For the fact that it didn't happen from a straightening iron or a curling one or a curling iron is just so surprising, I think. Here it is. I hope you like it. At this point, you can also tell, like, if it's getting a little frizzy, which mine isn't because I added enough product to it, but if it is getting a little frizzy, you can add a little bit more coconut oil or macadamia nut oil. If your hair doesn't hold a curl very well, you can always spray it with some hairspray. But to be honest, this is a lifesaver if you're trying to just like repair your hair. I literally did heatless curls in my hair every single day for at least 4 years. And that was just perfect for me to combat, you know, the years of heat damage I did to my hair from straightening it and curling it, and it just helped so immensely. So I highly recommend this for you. I highly recommend you try it. If you like this video, then you're gonna wanna check out the other 2 videos that I have. Again, so this one's for the overnight heatless curls, but you're gonna wanna check out the second part, which is how to maintain these day after day after day. So you did this, it's overnight, you're great, but what do you do tonight to make sure that tomorrow you don't wanna have to wash your hair again, it's still gonna look good? I'm gonna link that video right now, and it's down in the description box. And the last video is on how to do heatless curls the same day. So if you don't have time to do it at night and then sleep and wake up, how you can do it the same day. It's pretty quick, it's pretty fast, it looks just as good. And I'm gonna link that video right now and also in the description box below. Hope you guys learned something cool. Hope you liked this video. If you liked it, please subscribe, give me a like down below, and leave me a comment. Thanks for watching. Until next time.